so how to crush Mondays and every other day of the week. Thing number one, be very, very, very target focused. We have a daily target in our organization. It's 100 grand a day. And we haven't started hitting that with any consistency yet, but damn it, that's our focus every day. So the first question is, what is your target for today, Monday, January 28th? If you don't have that target, if you're not like, all right, this is what we're going to do, then, hey man, what are you going to hit? You know, like just more or whatever? No, right? So we have to have that daily target. With that said, okay, then the question becomes, all right, well, how do you hit the target in the most efficient way, in the most predictable manner possible? It starts with an overall, I don't know if mindset's the right word, an overall practice of behavior. All right, and here is the practiced behavior that I strongly encourage. It works really, really well for me. Here it is, control, all right? Take control of the day. Here is what is a great example of not taking control. So not taking control is arbitrarily checking email on your phone or whatever, getting an email from somebody and then being like, oh man, I gotta handle that. And the next thing you know, you're off target because you have fallen into somebody else's target, right? So that's a great example of not taking control at all. Not taking control is having the telephone near you when it is time for you to be doing the stuff that actually helps you hit the target. So when I'm writing copy or meeting with the team, working on a video, creating course materials, teaching a class or whatever, unless I need the phone near me to like have contact from someone to help me make sure everything's working right, like if I'm doing a live training or something, I'll physically put the telephone in another room. That is how you take control to avoid reaction, right? So the deal is you're either going to be in control of what's going on today or else you are going to be under the control of exterior forces. And I don't mean that like a, you know, man, like a damn conspiracy theory thing like people are trying to control. I just mean shit's gonna happen and you're gonna get distracted by it. Next thing you know, no target, right? So the real thing under control is autonomy, which is you're going to set the rules. Like, here's the deal. This is what's going to happen today. Everybody else, you're going to live outside of that little thing, right? So on Monday, with the exception of today, interestingly enough, Monday is always reserved for me for conversations, meetings, and live trainings, right? So if I have private clients, for example, if they want to talk to me, that day is always dedicated Monday, period, right? If I'm going to do a live training, like later today, I'm going to teach our intent-based branding class to our students that enrolled in January. That's always deliberately on a Monday. I'm doing a video conference today that's free, by the way. It's a preview of that intent-based branding class. If you want to join that, go to learnwithkern.com. It'll have all the details. That's at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today if you want to join in. It is the low, low price of $0. That price will double if you don't act before the invisible imaginary deadline. But anyway, like autonomy, right? You have got to set the rules of your day and literally just make the rest of the world conform to those rules. So what that means for me is this. On days that ain't Monday, there is no taking phone calls, right? There are no phone appointments. There is no access to me. Not because I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm too important. It's because no. I have to hit these targets, and in order to hit the targets, I've got to do two critical things. And here they are. I think the same is for my business as it is for your business, all right? Here are the two critical things we have to do every day to hit the targets. And really, as far as I can tell, they ain't much more than this, all right? Thing number one is fulfill promises, all right? If you sell some stuff, you got to like do the stuff you sold, you know? So if you got a t-shirt company or something, fulfilling the promises is making sure the t-shirts are being shipped out. Pretty simple, right? If you're a trainer like me, fulfilling the promises means either delivering the training in person or in group or whatever, or creating the course materials for the people that have purchased. If you're a professional service provider, like an attorney, accountant, or whatever, the fulfilling of the promises, it constitutes the doing of the stuff, right? Like the doing of the consulting or the coaching or the accounting or whatever it may be, the lawyering, right? So that falls under the window of fulfilling promises. The other stuff that falls under the window of fulfilling promises would be things like customer support, right? Like, hey, where's my stuff, blah, blah, blah. So you got to take care of that. For me and our company, the way I'm able to stay focused on the stuff that actually helps hit the target is, hey man, stuff like support, answering support tickets and all that. I have a team for that. And then the content creation's on me. right? Because that's where I excel. That's what people pay me for, AKA that's what help meets the target. So really, unless you're like in a professional services situation where all of your time is taken on the promise fulfillment thing. So in that circumstance, you're going to be like doing a lot of promise fulfillment. If you like a lot of us that sell leverage time stuff like group coaching or information products or whatever that don't take a tremendous amount of your one-on-one personal time, you know what that leaves the rest of the day for? The other thing you got to do every day, which is make offers, right? So if you think about it, we got 3 things that we're looking at. Number 1, control your time. All right, set the rules, live by the rules, don't let anybody else mess you up. Number 2, focus on the 2 things that help you hit the targets. Well, of course, I guess number 1 is actually have the targets, right? But we take that as a given. So number 1, have targets. Number 2, take control of your time. Number 3, only do the things that we're supposed to do to hit those targets. Fulfill promises. The other one is make offers. Let's talk about how you make offers constantly, right? So the way to make offers constantly, that's working really, really well for us, is to put content out to the marketplace. This could be social media, which is the like farthest, widest reaching content ever. It could be email, it could be podcast, whatever you want to do, you got to do it. The content has to do these 3 things. It's got to provide value to the viewer, listener, reader, etc. It has to deliberately build goodwill, and it needs to make an offer. Now, this is really, really important. Making an offer in content is dramatically different than making an offer like on a webinar or on a stage pitch or like in a sales letter or whatever. I want you to think about the offer making in this context as simply being something that lives independently. So the offer making in this case is going to be marketing. That lives independently of your sales process, which is over here. So the purpose of making an offer in your social media content or your content that I'm telling you to do every day is simply to drive people, excuse me, into your sales process. Let the sales process do your selling. For example, like as I've said several times during our conversation today, hey, if you want to learn how to do intent-based branding and build a big brand, go to learnwithkern.com. There's a free class I'm teaching. You can take it as a preview class for our main class. That was the offer. I'm not trying to sell you on the main class right now. I'll let the preview class do that. That's that thing's job, right? So let's let every little piece of the machine do its individual job, right? So here's what we got. Number 1. Let's set the target for today. What is your revenue target for today? Thing number 2, you got to control your time, right? It is your time. It's not everybody else's time. It's your time. If you're not in control of the time, someone else is in control of your time, and now you're helping them hit their targets, right? Unless you're being paid to help them hit their targets, it's not going to serve you, okay? That's thing number 2. Thing number 3, focus on only the stuff that we actually have to do, which are A, fulfill promises, B, make offers. Right? So there we go. And the final one is measure, right? Literally measure. How many times I make an offer today? It is now, phone or watch still working? Got my Apple Watch on, 8:38, I think. Just broke it. There we go, 8:38 in the morning, and I've now made an offer to you guys like 3 or 4 times. All right, so that's 1 for the day, 1 session of making offers for today. I need to make at least 5 more offer sessions, whether I'm going to do it on social media, whether or not I'm going to do it in organic posts, whether or not I'm going to do it by email. I know today, 5 more offers. How many offers are you making every day? If you don't have a daily target for, I got to make this many offers so I can sell this many units of X so I can hit my daily revenue goal, you're not going to hit the goal, man. You know, you might, maybe, but that's called luck. And luck's pretty cool, but it's not something you want to really depend on. You know what I mean? That's like a bonus. Like, some bitch, I got lucky. That's not a strategy, right? So you have to measure every single thing. So if you have this revenue target, let's say it's 100 grand for the day, and your thing is, I don't know, 5 grand or something, that means you need to make 20 sales. So now you need to be thinking, okay, how many offers do I need to make in order for me to make 20 sales? And then boom, that's your target for making the offers every day. Once again, guys, I got to roll, but if you're really serious about making offers consistently, doing so in a way that builds your brand, generates a lot of goodwill, helps a lot of people in the process, go to learnwithkern.com. If someone would kindly type that into the, how do you say in English there, into the comments for me, I would appreciate it. Learnwithkern.com. Please put the www in there. We've had weirdness with our domains over the weekend. Yay. That was fun. So it's www.learnwithkern.com. There's a free video conference that I'm providing today, the 28th of January at 12:30. If you're watching this after January 28th, I'll either be doing it live again, or maybe I'll put a recording that's available. But if you come today, January 28th at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be teaching that class live. That is a free preview class, showing you what our Fancy Pants branding class is all about and helping you a little bit in advance. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Time to take a shower. Got to fulfill some promises and make some offers today. I hope you guys crush Monday. Let's get down on it. See y'all later. Take it easy.